system.
Alright, is that it? Yeah, alright.
We
really don't. Edit that out.
crap.
I am the pathogen.
I'm the immune system.
We're here to show you how it works. I am representing an invasive organism which is invading a house that represents the body.
I will represent the different parts of the immune system and how it protects us from different pathogens.
Now that you've met our cast, it's time you know what we're here to accomplish. This will explain to you the inner workings of our very complex immune system by showing a theatrical example of how it works in the body represented here by the house. Let's keep watching and I'll let you in on some of the details as our journey into the immune system unfolds. TJ is our common everyday pathogen trying to invade the house through the walls, but he is unable to penetrate until he finds a mistakenly open window. This is similar to how pathogens attempt to invade our bodies through our skin, but are only able to penetrate through a cut or scrape.
Oh no, MHCs are popping up.
Appearance of MHCs can spell death in an infected cell. This occurs when the major histocompatibility complex recognizes there is a pathogen invading the cell, so it sends up antigen markers to the surface of the cell. We'll see later on how T cells use these antigen receptors to identify and eventually eliminate infected cells.
Antigen. Another antigen.
Antigens. There's a pathogen here.
Pathogens may also release antigens into the organism it is invading, which can trigger the immune system, alerting it to an invader. The immune system now attempts to search out and eliminate the invasive organism before it can cause any damage. Patrick, acting as a T cell, goes in search of any cell containing the pathogen antigen marker. Cells found without the invasive antigen marker are known to be harmless and are left alone. And the immune system goes on searching for the pathogen.
Pathogen.
When the invasive antigen marker is found, the cells now know what cell or cells need to be eliminated.
I will engulf you.
Here we see how immune system cells can complete the process of phagocytosis in order to engulf foreign debris and infectious material inside of the organism to prevent any harm. Stop! The following scene contains cannibalistic implications and has not been approved for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. You were warned. And no, you were not mistaken either. Patrick did just eat TJ. Well, all in the name of science, of course. Here he demonstrated how macrophages can engulf and destroy infective invasive organisms much in a way comparable to that of someone consuming food. Until now, you've been introduced to the fact that something called T cells and B cells are attaching to antigen markers on invasive pathogens, some of which were caused by something called MHCs. But let's get detailed. What's happening is something called a variable region on a T cell receptor is attaching to antigens that are found on the surface of invasive organisms. These antigens are very specific and individualized to a certain pathogen, which means only certain T cell receptors can bind and thus inactivate or eliminate the invasive pathogen. This individualization is a result of the very specific variable region on the T cell receptor and is exemplified in the following scenes.
I'm a T cell. The antigen doesn't fit. I'm a T cell. It fits. The antigen fits.
So really, when you think about it, it's as easy as that shape, peg, and hole game you played as a kid. Remember? Square peg goes in square hole? No? No idea? Okay then. Well then, for our last topic, let's move on to adaptive immunity, and just how different it is from what we've learned so far. We interrupt your regular scheduled program for your favorite science show and mine, Zach's Science Extravaganza. No? No applause? Well, okay then. But really, though, before we dive back into the wonderful acting of Mr. Ty Lee and Patrick Finley, give me time to explain what's about to go down. Here we introduce something known as acquired immunity. This simply means what it says, that over time our body has developed acquired certain immune system processes specific to certain pathogens. This acquiring is a result of pre-exposure to a pathogen, at which time, while the innate immune system responses were underway, your body was essentially learning from its attacker on how to defend itself. It took note of specific antigen markers and other characteristics that made it, the immune system, a force not to be reckoned with the next time the pathogen comes knocking at, or knocking down, our door. But like I said, enough from me. Let's go back to the real show.
Pathogen is yellow
See how the immune system acquires information and details about the specific pathogen? This way, the next time the body encounters the same invasive organism, it has a greater chance of destroying it before it does any damage. This is the concept on which the fundamental medical application of vaccination comes from.
We love the immune system!
Guys, it's me again, but just one last time to really drive it home. What did we learn today? Well, we learned how the immune system is able to recognize that an invasive pathogen has entered the body and that something must be done to prevent it from doing any damage, and that the prevention comes about from neither innate or acquired immune responses. We learned a few of the ways the immune system actually goes about ridding the body of foreign invaders and how intricate a part is played in this process by the variable region of antigen receptors on both the T and B cells in our body. Oh, and well, obviously we learned just how sexy I look in a shirt and tie, but that's beside the point. The point is, we did learn enough to ace the celebration. Well, we didn't do that either, considering it's not really possible. But we will walk away from this enlightened, not just about how awesome TJ and Patrick are at acting, but how the complex, intricate immune system that fights for our life every day works. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you for the next grade enhancement opportunity.
We love the immune system!